Next up on today's show, we are chatting to a singer, Nia John, and we'll give you a taste of her music in just a moment.
Graeme, Logan Music and Chat Show.
Just gone and played you a track, Loved Walked In, and that was by Nia John. And Nia is with us today. Welcome along to the show.
Thank you, Graeme. It's great to be here.
Nia, we shall be talking about that track very soon, which has been released as part of an EP. But before we go there, do you want to tell us a little bit about the band Rolestorm Rock, when that was initially set up and you are managing that now?
Yeah, so I've got a history of being involved in music. My brother's a drummer, so I've kind of grown up around rock music and bands, singing in sort of theatre societies, etc. And I started in a recording studio in 2012, producing my own sort of material. And I served an apprenticeship with bands, if you like, around South Wales with a works band as backing vocalist, which kind of grew to fruition of me starting my own rock covers band. So in 2018, started planning for the band, and we actually launched in the summer 2019. It was quite an amazing launch because there was Big Cheese Weekend in Caerphilly, which is in the castle grounds in the Piccadilly pub. So there was hundreds of thousands of visitors that weekend. We raised money for an asthma charity. So it was great. It went really well. Good feedback from the audience. So I went on from there to sort of recruit more permanent musicians, rehearse the sets regularly, and then get out there gigging. So it's been a sort of fantastic roller coaster ride, if you like.
You mentioned earlier about performing in various bands at an early age. What type of bands were those? So
I've worked with an original band writing lyrics, and that was quite interesting because it's sort of different work. There's a lot of work in producing the music, mixing, layering it, etc. Again, your verses and chorus sorted and corrected all the instruments. And then the cover bands then, so my peer group and a lot of experienced musicians in their 50s, 60s, etc. And then I took piano music lessons myself, so I could be able to communicate with the musicians, if you like, about keys of songs, etc., understand the different instruments, sort of help communicating with the musicians I've got on board at present.
With regards to Rolestorm Rock, is that purely a covers band?
Yes, at the moment, we're all experienced in writing original music or being in original bands. So occasionally we do dabble in putting together an original, but essentially our set, which we take out to the pubs, festivals, etc., would be mainly covers. Michael, our lead guitarist, who's been there the longest, he was in the original band prior to joining Wolfstorm as well. And our drummer, David, he was in an originals band as well. So very experienced musicians on board. So we could turn our hand to doing originals. It's just we really enjoy covers as well. I mean, it's fantastic being able to play an Iron Maiden or Metallica song or your heroes of rock, if you like. It's great.
So far, there has been 5 tracks released as an EP. Do you feel there's one particular track has grabbed many people's attention?
So Total Eclipse was the lead track that I released and sort of wanted to promote, and it has kind of snowballed from there with sort of hundreds of thousands of views. It's been played across radio stations across the world, on various music platforms. And I chose that song because I did sing for Music Wales in my 20s. It was a variety show where I sang Bonnie Tyler and Meat Loaf, and I really admired Jim Steinman as a composer because I play the piano and he's incorporated piano into rock songs to sound cool, things like Meat Loaf's Bastard of Hell, etc. So I've always been interested in his songs. And I think she's Welsh as well, isn't she? And she's releasing a new album herself, Bonnie Tyler. It was the first record by a Welsh artist to top the US chart and UK charts #1, making her the first female singer to do so. Over 5 million records sold worldwide. So singing Total Eclipse of the Heart, you know, it was really good. I really enjoyed doing that and doing the videos. It was good promotion. And the other songs have sort of come on from there then being released.
When is the album going to be launched?
So I've received all the songs now from the studio, the 11 songs. They've come along in sort of batches of 3 or 4. So the songs have gone out as an EP, the first 5. There's another 2 that's gone out now, and then the rest of them, they submitted this weekend, probably within a week or so. So the full album, the 11 songs, will be available at 7 to 10 days, I would have thought, on all the music platforms. What I'm doing for family and friends is like a CD copy for a donation towards the wolf that we sponsor. Is Zebby's at the Wales Ape and Monkey Sanctuary. And it's quite fitting to have a band named Wolfstorm and sponsor a wolf at the sanctuary.
I was going to ask where the name had come from, the Wolfstorm Rock.
Yeah.
That answers that question. Now, you mentioned there about the 11 tracks that you now have. Do you want to give our listeners some idea of other tracks that are going to be included on that album?
Yeah, so basically we're a female-fronted rock band. Some of my heroes are on there. So we've mentioned Bonnie Tyler. We've got Pat Benatar with Shadows of the Night, You Better Run. So I've done cover versions of those. Hailstorm, one of my favourite bands, I Am the Fire. Lizzie Hale is female rock guitarist, singer. Also Heart Alone is on there, which was quite a popular song from 1987. And we've got some easy listening tracks such as Every Breath You Take by The Police, Still Haven't Found What You're Looking For by U2, and they were hits in the 80s as well. Stay by Shakespears Sister, and we've got Aerosmith's Dream On, which actually Steven Tyler wrote when he was 17 on a Steinway piano, which is a phenomenal song to write at 17 years of age. It was in the top 500 rock songs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Love Walked In, which you mentioned by Thunder in 1991, that originally came out. Wrecking Ball is there, which is kind of a modern song, isn't it, by Miley Cyrus.
Mia, you've told us those particular tracks is there a website to get more information?
Yeah, so we're on social media and we've got our own website, which is www.wolfstorm.net. We're on Facebook. We have a page and a group, and I'm on Messenger, Nia John. We're on Instagram, YouTube, and I've been on Twitter now since the beginning of this year with the album launch and the songs. So the audience or listeners then can find us on social media platforms and our website for information.
What we're about to do is first off say all the best with this forthcoming album, and the track that we are about to play is the main track of the EP. And can I ask you to introduce this for us?
So this is Totally Clips to the Heart, cover version of Bonnie Tyler's original version, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by.